Okay, we are live. Yeah, that
Definitely.
crochet look good, Lorraine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
It
'cause
does.
it look
I'm not
natural, like it's
mad.
like natural highlights and stuff in there.
Yeah, I did some highlights this time.
Yeah, how long it lasts?
About 3 weeks.
Oh, that's
Oh
good.
wow, that's
That's a
awesome.
fantastic
Hmm.
style. I
Look
was
at
doing
you, all
so.
fabulous and
Yeah, y'all
stuff.
see my hoop earrings?
I know, right?
I'm live. I'm live.
Hey.
I'm gonna get my whole life together.
Yeah, that's right. Get it together, sisters.
we
Get
can,
it together.
yeah, we can regroup next time, Marcy.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all gonna be glammed up. I'll be like, damn,
Look, first I gotta learn how to do makeup.
Listen, look, me and you both. Me and you
Damn,
both. You are not by
is
yourself.
that
This is a lot of YouTube. A lot of YouTube going on.
You be like, is that fancy? You got fancy?
Yeah, Marcy ain't no big thing. We got somebody that said, hi, Norma Thomas. Thank you. We're sisters.
Hey, Norma Thomas.
She said, hi, ladies. You all are beautiful.
Oh,
Thank
thank you.
That was so nice. You just kept
Yeah, we got the
thing
one
out.
putting us to shame.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be
Go
on
get your
point
hoop
next
earrings. Y'all, somebody need to go get some hoop earrings. I know y'all got some
yeah,
somewhere.
I know, right? Right. Make sure we get them hoops, right?
Yeah,
And
that's right. That's right. Look, we
like,
gonna see a blackout.
yeah, I
Each
was like,
spring gonna black out. Y'all gonna come back looking
Listen,
fabulous.
yeah,
you
I
over
was
here
like,
playing around. I'm walking to the bedroom right now.
I
Where
started
you
to do
walking
one
to,
of these levels,
Marcia?
but then I can't see the screen.
Shoot, hold on.
Look, Marcia screen gonna go black for like 5 seconds.
Right,
She gonna come
right.
back a whole new person.
Y'all ain't gonna do me today. Not today. Shoot, we gonna do
I like
something.
your ponytail though.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so
So both of y'all
anyway,
did
look,
ponytails.
I figured we probably, since we all stuck in the house, might as well do something to kill the time since we all live in different states. But
Yeah.
look, did y'all see how y'all president was trying to sound presidential today?
No, he make me nervous.
Girl, I know, right? I said somebody must have really got on him. He was saying all the right things. He wasn't throwing all this
He
conspiracy
was.
theory. I mean, he did throw a little shade at China. He had to slip that in there. But I was like, yeah, he was trying to sound like he got some sense today because he's a sociopath for real.
He make me feel like I'm gonna
He
die.
was.
I see him, I be like, I'm about to die. Go die. So I just don't watch him. I be like, he
You
gonna
better not.
kill me.
He's so crazy.
And then
There's no hope.
he had the nerve to say, "Y'all can trust your president." If I say, I was like, "Oh my gosh, we can't." I mean, it's so sad. You can't even tell your kids, look at the president. You can be that one day. I wouldn't even say it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's
Well,
been
your
doing all-
sociopathic child, you can tell that too. You
Yeah,
got a child that's
sociopath.
crazy. You be like, you know what? You keep it up, baby. Because one
And
day you gonna be president.
There's
You
Right.
not
hope.
in school. You beat up your
There's
teacher.
hope.
You stealing. That's okay. You on the right path. You about to be president of the United States.
Yeah, he
Little
is
Johnny come
sociopath.
home with D's and F's. You know what? That's all right. Because guess what you gonna be?
Right. Right.
They'll
Yeah,
bigger than things.
if that man
That's
get another,
right.
suppose he get another term though. Can you imagine? I mean, it seemed like he been in office for 15 years.
I know. Oh my gosh.
If he
It's
get another
It's
term,
like
been
torture.
slow moving.
yeah.
It's like torture.
I'm like, goodness gracious. But look, do y'all really think that the virus started at with the bat soup or whatever that rumor is? Some man eating bat soup.
Help me.
I really don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I've seen some posts here and there, like on Instagram or whatever, and it's like, yeah, this has been manufactured by different governments or by people in specific countries who are trying to overthrow power and whatnot. It's hard to say, but what I do know is it's here, and what are we going to do to try to thwart?
But this is the thing. This is the thing thing that scares me, because I was thinking about it earlier today, and I was like, what is this? What if this is a test for biological warfare?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a little test run. They whoever is responsible released this virus out just as a test to see how quick things can spread, because this thing just like kind of took off. You know,
yeah,
it took off real fast. And I was telling yeah, no, Norma Thomas, it's hard to say. She said she doesn't know either. I don't think they're telling us the truth. Somebody knows the truth, but they're not telling it to us. You know what I mean? And I'm getting tired of talking to people that I know that's in the health profession. All they keep saying is, it's just the flu. It's just the flu. I'm like, well, if it's just the flu, why did 800 people die in one night? 500 people on one night, the next night? No, this more than just the flu. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, that bat was off the chain. I would love to sing that bat. That bat probably was talking and walking and everything else. That's a badass bat. You hear me? Whoever that bat is a bad mamma jamma.
I have lived, I came, I saw, I conquered. Okay, you hear me?
That bat said, I got this.
Look,
I don't know if it was a bat.
Did they eat the bat raw? Was it cooked?
Well, this is what I saw, and I don't know if this is true, but there was a scientist. She's a what do you call those scientists that endometriologists? What do you call them?
Oh,
the disease scientist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And she said that they did a genome of the virus, and the fundamental DNA sequence came from the bat coronavirus. That's what she said. She said that when we studied it, because everything mutates, you know, but you have original DNA where you could tell where it came from. And she said when she compared it to the bat, and I think she said H1N1 probably came from that too. She said when you could compare the two sequences, they were too similar, and that's why they believe it came from a bat.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if that's true.
Right.
But that's what she said, that they did a DNA sequence of the disease, and then they compared it to the bats, and it was the same.
Yeah, well,
it was too similar not to be from a bat.
Yeah, I was telling Lorraine, because YouTube be having like the press conferences, and they had like a global press conference, and it wasn't just Americans in there; it was people from other countries, and they kept asking them about this lab in China, because apparently they have had mishaps in the past, and so they got that rumor out too. So you know, I mean, I don't know where it's coming from, but now where I live, somebody texted me. I told Lorraine earlier. Somebody texted me saying they don't know if it's true or not, that to stay in the house because 11 o'clock at night they're gonna have airplanes spraying disinfectant in the air.
I'm gonna be out there with my bathing suit on. Yeah, I'm gonna be out with a beach ball. Yes, fly. Yes, spray me. I'll be out there. I'll be out there with my little goggles and all of that. Get that all over me. Do we need
to like not allow you to have bleach around? Because you be the one to try it. Don't you do it?
I'll be the one outside playing in it. Yeah.
He's like, give me all the bleach.
Yeah, give it all to me. I ain't messed up with it.
You know that some people do put bleach in their bath. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that. I actually, I know a girl who said that her grandmother or her mom used to do it when they were younger, and that she's like never had a skin problem.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like yeah, and I was like, huh. I mean, I think it's too late for me, but you know, I was like, huh. It's interesting.
Yeah, because
I've seen people do that. Put a cup of bleach or something, just a little bit in the water.
Yeah, and they said sometimes if you have certain skin conditions, the doctor will tell you to do that, to put a little bit in water. Yeah, I mean, it sounds scary to me, but apparently people do it, and they've been doing it.
I think as long as it's diluted enough, I would think we would be okay, you know, because like my downstairs neighbor, you know, she'll wash the dishes in, you know, a combination of, you know, just soap and bleach and whatnot. But you know, like I do that for my laundry, like the colors or whatever. You know, put in I think it's like 2/3 of a cup for it to disinfect, you know, the laundry. And you know, I've never had any issues with the colors bleeding or fading out or whatever. So you know, I would assume like in the right dose, it would be all right.
Yeah. Well, so are y'all having an issue with people still not following the rules as far as staying 6 feet away? Because my sister-in-law Kim, I don't know, Marcia, do you ever meet Kim?
I don't think so.
Okay, my sister-in-law Kim, she called me yesterday. She was out and she drove past. We have a big park here. Said the park was packed.
Oh,
everybody at the park, and I'm like,
where are the mass shooters when you need them? Damn it!
No, she was getting ready to put it on Facebook because she couldn't believe everybody was at the park. She said the park was packed.
So this is where you need the Claibornes and the Dylans. Go to that park and handle some business. I'm just joking. I wouldn't want nobody to do that, but damn, that's stupid.
Yeah, they're not taking it serious.
That is stupid.
They're not taking it serious. She said they was at the park riding bikes, playing, but I mean, I guess it was I've been in the house. You know, I went out a couple times to take care of some business, but yeah, she said this like she couldn't believe how many people she saw at the park. And I thought they were supposed to have closed the parks down. So I think they saying they were supposed to be closed, but they're not enforcing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and so that's almost like what Lorraine and I were talking about earlier. You know, you're supposed to be inside, and I understand if you need groceries, if you need food, you know, or something emergency wise, you have to get out. However, I feel like there's a better way to enforce it. So even, you know, doing things in stages. I don't know. You know, like people whose last names like A through C. You know, Monday is your day to get out. For people, you know, D through F, Tuesday is your day to go. Just so, you know, our grocery stores are not like overloaded. You don't have everyone trying to get out, because I can definitely see someone say, well, I'm just going to go outside and walk. You know, that's all I'm going to do. But when you have, you know, 1,000 people that have the same idea at once, you might as well just not even have a shutdown, because people are going to be mingling anyway, you know?
Well, I think that they need to shut down the country all at one time, because I'm like, how is it you're going to shut down schools, or you're going to shut down this building, that building, one at a time, and then the disease is still spreading? Why not just shut everything down and make everybody just stay in the house, except for emergency people and people that need.
Well, I think it's because of the economic consequences. I mean, you know, we have a capitalistic society, and without people spending money, it's like a trickle down thing. If you don't go out and spend money and do stuff, then that means somebody's not getting their business paid for, which means that if their business is not getting paid for, an employee is not going to get paid. That employee then turns around and goes to the store, pays bills, pays mortgages, pays all of that. And then that in turn determines the stock market prices of stocks and the value of real estate. So when none of that stuff is happening, you can cause an economic downturn. So I think that's what they're afraid of that. So if they tell you everybody stay home,
and
that means somebody's not getting paid.
Right, that do make sense. So I was thinking, well, maybe they're trying to get this stimulus package together before they instituted that, so it wouldn't hurt people. But my thing is,
$1,000 ain't gonna do nothing for nobody.
That's what I said. If you're gonna give me $1,000, what is that supposed to do for me? That's not gonna do much. You know what I mean? So my thing is, why don't you put? I mean, is it too impossible to say we're putting a moratorium on all bills until we get this thing out of control?
Right. Not only a moratorium, but a suspension. And when we back on our feet, they don't make them pay it. Because if you say, okay, you don't have to pay your rent, but then the next month you got to pay 2 months worth of rent, they're not going to have that. They just need to say for 2 months, we're suspending bills, period. That's all. Period. And then you got to tell the big corporations, you cannot call any of these notes.
Mm-hmm.
The corporation notes, the construction notes, none of these small business loans. Y'all can't call it because I got a small business. If I don't make money, then I can't pay my employees.
Right.
If I get a loan for my business and I can't make money, then I can't pay that loan back.
Right. And see, that's what I think they should do. They should just, just cut everything for right now, because what's going to happen is, if you tell some people, if you don't put the stop to the bills, people are going to feel like they have to go to work, especially if a person is not in a household where they may have savings or money that they can live off of for 6 months. You know what I mean? Or they're a single parent and they need to go out the house. They're going to take the risk. They're like, look, I have to leave because I got to make money. So they really need to address that issue. I mean,
I very much agree. One thing that I thought about is because nowadays we're in the world of challenges, right? Post a pic challenge, drink this challenge, whatever. How about pay someone's bill challenge? You know what I mean? And not saying that you have to pay them all.
Why can't everybody get together?
I'm gonna give you my cash app. We don't got to do that. I'm gonna give you my cash app, Marcel, when we get off this phone, and there you go. That's how you pay my bills.
I'm just saying, because like if you know a waitress, if you know someone who is struggling financially, who is going without, and you can help.
Yeah.
What's the you know what I mean? Like there is a value in being able to do that and being generous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In so many ways, but also this reminds me of the government shutdown that happened last year, and financial preparedness is a thing. You know what I mean? You hope it never happens, clearly, but
and that opened a lot of people.
Do you have a saving? Yeah, like for real. Like sometimes you're going to have to say no to the movies, or you're going to have to say no to going out to eat or to drink or whatever it is, to save your money, and not only put it in like the stock market or investments or what have you, but literally have some cash on hand if needed. Build up your accounts. Be able to live 6 months if something crazy happens, like we're finding now. You know what I mean?
Well, I think after this, I think the world is going to change.
It has to.
Yeah, I don't think people are going to be willing to do a whole lot of things like they used to. I think that you're going to find more people working from home. And you know how we complain that people always want to text and don't want to talk or meet. I think it's going to be a whole lot of that, because I mean, it's like we're now talking, conversating with each other through the internet, because now they got the technology. Who was that? Who was his name? DJ Nice? What did you say?
DJ Nice. That party.
A whole weekend party.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And online,
Yeah.
Church online, so people will get comfortable with this. But I think this is going to change the world.
Well, I tell you, back to that saving money part, Marcia, I have money in the stock market, and I have lost more money in the stock market than what I put in it. I have less money in there than what I put in. Kathy told me to stop looking at it, because every time I look at it, I get sick.
Oh yeah.
So so people out here who was out here trying to do the right thing, because you can't really make money just saving it in a bank account. But you put it in REITs, you put it in the stock market, and then you wake up and you done lost, 40% of it overnight. And then the next night you lose another 20%. And then the next night you lose 10%. And then when they tell you, well, it went back up, but guess what? I haven't gotten my 40% back.
Mm-hmm,
do you know what I mean? So my attitude now is, I think I'm not going to fool with the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that when people come back to it, they're going to be real reluctant.
Oh,
and I had good stuff. I had Disney. I had Lyft. I had Uber. I got Microsoft. The only stock that I can tell you that has not suffered so far is Starbucks. I don't know what the hell that's about, but Starbucks is doing just fine.
Everybody can leave the house with Starbucks.
Yes, they need right. I can't wait. They need to have a stock in crack and meth and all that, because then that's probably gonna go up. I will buy stock in that.
Okay, so
No,
they have what they call sin
point.
stocks. And it stocks like in alcohol and pornography for the prisons.
I might have to do that. I might have to go ahead and do that.
Oh yeah, especially the pornography, because you know they gonna
yes.
Oh yeah. And listen. You would have like quadrupled what you had put in for pornography stocks right now or today alone. You know what I mean?
We need to research some pornography.
Yeah, we need to look. Give me some stuff. I might go ahead and do that.
Disney owns porn stuff. I'm serious.
You said Disney?
Yes, Disney has their hand in pornography and a couple other things.
Where you hear that from, Marcy?
Look, now my Disney stock is gone down a lot.
Where you
hear that stock from? Disney.
Where you hear that from?
College, in my finance class in college.
What?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
We studied it. Yep, they sure do. That's also where I learned about the sin stocks.
Wow, that is crazy. Yep. Disney is
forgive me, I'm gonna have to do that. I read somewhere they said Pornhub. They said Pornhub is crashing. There's so much porn being watched.
I bet. But okay, so I will say this. Matter of fact, I want to say it was in like the early 2000s, maybe like 2006 or 2007. Something went wrong in one of the control rooms at Disney, and on the Disney Channel or one of the channels for maybe like 30 minutes, it was showing porn on accident.
Oh my god!
But yeah, it was a mishap in the control room.
Oh, okay.
So it's a thing. Just saying. So your Disney's like, I mean, it probably went down a little bit, but it probably didn't go down too much.
I tell you what, I wish I would have had some stock and some toilet paper.
I know.
Yo,
who would have thought, man?
Oh my goodness. I mean, the toilet paper, I'm still not wrapping my head around that.
Look, you're not the only one. I don't get it.
What was that?
So, I got a stockpile of toilet paper at my office. But I've always done that, right?
Uh-huh.
Every day, rolls would be missing. I didn't say nothing, though, because I understand that you need the toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? I go in there, and I'm just looking. Little rolls every single day. I come in, another roll missing. 2 rolls missing. 3 balls. No, I'm going to leave them alone. But I'm like, really? You come to the office to get the toilet tissue?
Yeah,
and nobody is saying anything, but the rolls are just slowly disappearing. And I don't care, but I want to wait how are you going to explain when I have 1 toilet roll of paper left?
Right.
That's real.
Because
I'm not going to lie.
I say, I didn't do it. I didn't take it.
It's in increments. It's in little increments. Little tissue going here and there. Little rolls going here and there.
They think they slick, but I'm not gonna lie. When I was about to graduate from college, my senior year, because I wasn't like, look, college students, they typically don't have that much money in the bank, blah blah blah. And I asked permission, but our cleaning staff, and I said, hey, do you mind if I take some of this toilet paper? Because like they would literally come through our dorms, and like each week they would leave like 2 rolls of toilet paper. So there were some of my girls, because I was RA. Right. There were some of my girls, they literally had like 15, 30 rolls of toilet paper just stacked in their dorm room because they would try to replenish it so often. And I was like, well, shoot, y'all got 30 rolls.
Like 1 or 2 a day. Just get 1 or 2 a day.
No, for real. So like after I got permission, I took like 15 rolls of toilet paper. And, that was one of my bins when I moved back home. Because I was like, look. I'll have toilet paper. It was free. Well, technically, I paid for it via tuition.
Right.
So I was like, it's my toilet paper anyway. Let me take what's due to me.
Right. Well, I think they're afraid. They said, I think they're afraid they're gonna be stuck in the house, and then they're gonna be without toilet tissue.
Well, look.
But I'm like,
did y'all see? I know I said to you, Lorraine, but Marcia, did you see them clips with the ladies fighting over the toilet paper?
I've seen some, yeah, which is crazy.
You said 1 roll. Just give me 1 roll.
She was like, out there.
Right. Her basket was full. I was like, girl, you were opening toilet paper for a whole year.
No.
Like, do you have 25 people at your house?
Yeah, she had.
And then how often do you pee?
Oh, that was gosh. Yeah, and the mother was like, no, you can't have it or whatever. And I was like, oh my God.
Like, no,
Yeah,
it was
I don't have a
look,
bunch of toilet tissue at the house. I got
yeah,
two
no, so
big jumbo rolls, and then that's it, because that's gonna last.
Well, you know,
And then
Marcy,
if I run out,
Marcy, I had started my couponing and that stuff kind of paid off.
right.
I stopped.
I was thinking about you.
But I already had a little stash, a whole lot of personal things, So that kind of paid
you're
off.
gonna have to have guards at your house if it go down, because they're gonna be like, I know who got it. They're gonna be at the house shaking and shit. I need some food. Who can we go to? They'd be like, you know what? I got a house.
I don't even know my neighbors, so they don't know what I got over here. They don't know.
You're gonna have to hide your own toilet paper like with holes and bullets.
Come up with all this stuff.
That's right. Your sisters, look, we gonna be at your house. Kathy, open up.
I went to CVS today and I brought, because I can't help with the coupon, I'm sorry, and CVS be giving me money. I brought this real big thing of baby wipes, 4 vitamins, and one more thing. It came to $72. After all the money that they be throwing at me and all the coupons, I paid $20.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm telling you, y'all gotta get on the CVS train. They just give you money to spend.
It's true. It's true. I've definitely heard of people going to CVS with whatever deals that they have, and they have literally given them money back.
Yeah, you get money back.
Oh, CVS owes you $22, or like we owe you $5 because of the
Yeah,
coupons.
Walgreens does that. Sometimes I get money off of my stuff. Like I might buy something.
Walgreens does it, but they have a lot of they must have changed their rules. They don't give as much, or you can't use as much as you used to. Where with CVS, they don't care because they give you free money. That's why I make sure I check all my emails from them, because they'll be like, oh, hey, thanks for being a loyal customer. Here's $10. I'll be like, why y'all
That's a good coronavirus survival tip.
Listen. So speaking of CVS,
that's a quarantine survival tip.
That's true. I saw someone for Halloween dressed up as a CVS receipt.
What that?
Yo, it was so funny.
Oh, good. Why was they trying?
I gotta find a picture, trying to send it to you.
Okay. What's that about?
No, because the CVS receipts are like mad long. They are long.
Yeah, they are.
You know what I mean? And so like it would like so. Okay, where's my head? Okay, so the thing was like this tall above his head, and then of course like went all the way like way past his feet or whatever. You know, it was just funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do. I get my receipts emailed from them. It'd be too much.
That's smart.
Yeah,
look at you saving the planet. Yes.
Yeah, I get my receipts emailed because you get those receipts, and then sometimes they give you free dollars in those receipts, and I just don't have time to keep them together and all that. I just do everything with my card. It's real, Yeah, but they be killing a whole lot of trees.
All of them. Okay, you hear me? Shoot. I feel like the Amazon has suffered because of them. Like, my gosh.
Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm like, why is the receipt this long? Oh my goodness.
Well, you can use it as toilet tissue if you run out.
Right.
Be like, where the CVS receipts, y'all? Where the CVS receipts at?
Listen, all I know is that look, we got spray bottles. You better air dry if need be. You got showers.
It's called a bidet. It's called a bidet. Call a bidet.
You're right.
Right.
It's true.
Your manual bidet. That's right. What is they called? I
got a bunch of old shirts that can go in the trash. Just collect them. Tear them up in strips.
You are not lying. Listen.
That's right. If you get down to it, I'm gonna go in that stash. I don't need this.
Sure don't. Goodbye. You have served me well, okay?
Thank God good. Won't he do it?
Hey.
Was y'all there for bad? I turned out for good.
Listen, he's a provider, okay?
That's right.
He's a provider.
That's right. That's right.
People don't run out of food and then have a whole house full of toilet paper. They're gonna feel real stupid.
I know.
Right. I was like, y'all.
Yeah. But you got a whole house full of toilet paper.
Yeah, I'm thinking about buying some seeds. Like,
Oh,
you know,
about
some
that too.
tomatoes or something like that, just in case it go down.
Yeah, I told you I ran into Andrea Howard because she's one of my clients, and her neighbor, he has chickens, and she grows everything.
Huh.
Everything. She grows onions, green peppers, tomatoes, everything. She's gonna help me get my garden together this summer because she has. Matter of fact, she has a Facebook group. Man, I gotta log in Facebook for that. But anyway. And she grows everything. So him and her, they exchange. He gives her eggs for her vegetables.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing that I also thought about with this whole coronavirus and like lasting effects is we might find that we get to more of a trade mentality and not with money. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I have this item, you have what I want, I have what you want. Let's trade up. I feel like that's going to. I feel like that's probably going to start happening. Huh?
Didn't they do that in The Walking Dead?
I don't know. I
No, they wasn't trading The Walking Dead. They was just stealing. Or what they would do is they would steal. They kill you for it. Or what Rick and them would do was just go to houses and get what they could and pray that The Walking Dead wasn't in there. But some people was killing for it, and then some of them was growing their own stuff, but then somebody would come and kill them for it. So it was a lot of thievery going on. And you know what? And I was a big Walking Dead fan until they killed Carl. But I think a lot of the people... Carl? Yeah, Carl died like 3 or 4 seasons ago. And so that's when I stopped watching it. Yeah. So I think a lot of people who watch those kind of movies, because I'm into them, I think part of that is part of the panic too. Because they're seeing stuff on TV and then they're going, oh my God, everything is about to go to hell in a handbasket. And I need to hunker down because Rick, that's what he did. Or you know what I mean? That's what I be thinking, that they're looking at these movies and they're thinking thinking the worst.
Well, I tell you what, they said there's one movie, I guess it's been out for a while, that everybody's going back to watch, and so everybody stopped buying pork. People like if you go in the store, you probably see a whole bunch of pork left, and that was called, I think it's called Contagion. It's on
that movie that's supposed to be coming out. I think it's Nicole Kidman in it.
Yeah, well, it's already out. People have been watching it.
Gwyneth Paltrow or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. It's on Cinemax, and it's called Contagion, and so everybody been talking about that. Everybody been talking about that movie, and Netflix has a new series called Contagious.
I saw that. Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I just saw they had it available.
Yeah,
but y'all think about it though. Bats have been around forever, and all of a sudden, this one bat gave this virus. China has been around for over 2,000 years. They've been eating bats forever.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden is it a problem with them eating bats? I don't. That's what I don't understand. I mean, we've been around forever and we eat all sorts of stuff. So I don't understand why this bat was such a problem.
Right.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
all I know,
they tell us everything.
Oh no, I definitely not. And I feel like it's one of those things 20, 30, 50 years from now, some truth is going to finally start coming out. Just like how they were testing on Black people, you know what I mean? And keeping it under wraps for a long time, just how they do like these little social experiments and whatnot. It's going to come out at some point in time. It's not going to be in like the next 5 years. It's going to be like further down the road. You know what I mean? Where some things finally come to light.
Yeah. Somebody's going to snitch and tell it all.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to tell
they're going to get fed and be like, oh, by the way, did you know ... And it's going to blow everyone's minds.
Yeah. And then it'd be uprising in the streets.
Listen, people upset and pissed. You hear me?
I know, that's why people are getting guns and stuff. I mean, I don't have a gun. They make me nervous, but a lot of people buying up them guns.
Yo, I saw that. And I was like, okay. I
They
said,
got
Jesus,
long lines for them because the people watching The Walking Dead and stuff, they think that, it's going to get so bad that people are going to be coming to your house trying to get Kathy's CBS surplus. You know what I'm saying? Kathy the one need to be nervous. Hell, she on this broadcast, everybody, she got a whole bunch of stuff. People going,
listen, right, don't tell people what you got.
listening for clues where she lives.
Look, my stash is not like them, like some of the people I've seen. Like they got a whole store. I have a few.
Yeah, she backing that up, basically. She backing that up.
Look, I don't know who's gonna be watching this live stream. What am I doing? Across the street?
I got 50 rolls of toilet tissue.
They'd be like, no wonder she don't say nothing. She get out.
They'd be like, why we getting all these views? They'd be like, why we getting all these views now?
She the plug, Kathy the plug. Well, I will say that's one thing I was telling Harold, especially in this time, because he's media. He's sports, but he's still in that realm,
right?
And I was saying like this is the time where the media industry, or at least like I'll say the local news industry, can hopefully like regroup and start to kind of rebrand themselves, right? There was already a thing going on where a lot of people weren't watching news, or they wanted it on like Facebook or Instagram, something quick and easy that they could watch, right? So traditional local media as we know it is kind of phasing out a little bit. This, I feel, is going to help get their numbers back up, but it's also an opportunity for them to better appeal to the people and really do like their social duty to people, right? So yes, you have to report the facts. Yes, we need to keep abreast on what's going on, but choose your words more wisely instead of trying to be divisive and saying, oh well, like it's a young people versus a more mature person's differences with how they deal with coronavirus and what this generation is saying about that one. Change your words up. Let it be more unifying. Let it be more positive. Not saying you have to do like a fluff story, but you all have the ability and I think the duty to help calm people down, because people are going to freak out. They're just going to freak out, especially at first, and as things kind of happen, you kind of calm down, you get used to a new normal, but that can start in your TV screen at home, so do what you need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, thank God that they do have all this technology and stuff out now, because if this would have happened like 20 years ago.
Shoot. No, listen.
Right. All you would be able to do is just talk on a cell phone. Or,
and read a book.
20 years ago.
The hand-breaded Southern TLC filet sandwich.
They had something out 20 years ago, didn't they? That's 2000.
Okay. They had pages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Wow. I can't.
MySpace was out. MySpace.
Basic cell phones. Yeah. MySpace.
Okay. But they had no
Black Voices. They had blogs.
But they were just regular phones, though. You couldn't do nothing, right? I can't even remember. It's a shame.
No,
not really.
Because people was just talking, and they had those 2-ways. Remember when those 2-ways?
Yeah.
You had like basic games like Snake on. You know what I mean? Like, but it was like very basic.
I know.
There really wasn't any social media platforms back then.
Yeah, technology changes fast.
Yeah,
real fast. You know what I mean? I mean, I think one day that the computer's going to take over the world.
Yeah,
because they making them like artificial intelligence, so they can learn our behaviors.
Yep.
Next thing you know, we can start thinking they have feelings.
Well,
and they be like, they've been oppressing us.
Like iRobot.
Right.
That's right.
What
This
am
is what I
I?
just thought about.
Who am
Yep.
I? Your brother
Yeah.
turn to you, go, what am I? You're like,
Right.
hell. Let's go get the hammer. We got to disassemble.
Yeah. If you want to know
My
where the
robot that
world is
asked
going,
me, what am I? What
if you
am
want to know
I?
if you want to know where the world, if you want to know where the world is going, all you gotta do is watch these movies.
Oh, hell no. My
That's
robot
right.
stopped talking to
Yo,
me real
do y'all
nice.
watch
It's
Black
like, no,
Mirror?
you got to go.
Yeah. Do y'all watch Black Mirror?
Oh my
On
goodness!
Netflix?
Yes. I hated this last season. I like that one.
Okay, so
But the rest of the shows I didn't like.
okay, I got you. So I've seen some of it. I haven't seen everything, but I very much appreciate their take on it, and I really want to have like a watch party and then like a discussion afterwards on some of these episodes.
Oh,
But
yeah.
did y'all see the one with the like the girl's fiance died? She was pregnant.
Oh, yeah. And she brought him back as a virtual reality thing. Mhm.
Oh, yeah. In pieces and
Yo.
stuff. And then he wound up being in the closet.
Yes,
At the
and I
end, 'cause
felt so
yeah.
bad for him. Yeah, but I was like, bro, that's crazy. But I could see that happening, and it freaked her out too much. You know,
Right.
it's like, yeah, that was interesting.
If I saw my dead husband back, I would be freaked out. I would have never had sex with him. I would have did none of that stuff. I'd have been like,
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, that's real.
You need to go
That's
back
real.
where you came from.
But you know,
But
if
she's
you
the one
get
that
used,
ordered it.
but that's right. So it all depends on a generation. Like for you say hell no. But if you grow up slowly seeing clones and slowly seeing AIs that look like human beings, the next step is that, and then you cool with it because they have,
And that
they
reminds me of that
acclimated you to it.
Yeah, and what about that movie? What's that one? I like that movie with Bruce Willis, where they all was living through AIs. They would sit back in the chair. What's that movie with
I
Bruce
think I
Willis?
saw that.
Yes, I love that movie.
I don't
And the
think I've
whole
seen that.
world, you sitting back in a chair with these weird goggles on, but you're controlling your life through a clone.
Oh wow.
You could be whoever you wanted to be. Oh, see, now I'm gonna have to Google it. It's gonna bother me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. See the name of it.
Oh wow. That's interesting. But okay, but what about those people who are not able to deal with death? Right. And the way the human brain is, you can condition yourself to accept something over time. You know what I mean? So I could definitely see that happening. For people who, you know, for like they remember birthdays, you know, like, oh, so and so would have been however many years old had they still been alive. You know, they still remember. Like I still like have a voicemail that they left for me, you know, 10 years back and all this stuff, you know.
Well,
I feel like
did you hear they're working on that chip where and they're actually working on, this is a real thing, where you can record.
You guys never done this before.
You can
No
record
way.
the movie, so anytime you can just play back.
so they're
Well, I can
like
tell you
legit
this.
doing that.
I
That
can
was
tell
a
you-
Black Mirror episode too.
Mhm,
No, I
yeah.
can tell you this. Now I know that this is true because I have a friend that has it. My friend Thomas died about 4 years ago, and there is a barcode that you can get tattooed on your body, and when you shine a certain kind of light on it, it will play his voice. My friend Tommy, his son, has it on his body. So you put that light on it, and it's Thomas saying, "Son, I love you." And I've seen it. I've seen the tattoo, and it's a barcode that you put on there. So they got that out already.
Yeah, they probably got all kinds of stuff out that we don't know about.
Yeah, it's a barcode that's on his arm.
Wow.
And then when you hit the thing with the thing they gave him, he will say, you know, I love you, son. I think Thomas was saying, I love you, Tommy. I love you, son. Something like that.
Oh yeah,
And then there was a Facebook
You know what?
thing.
Okay, I bet you anything is a sound wave.
Mhm.
It's a sound wave. Or the what do you call it? Yeah, like the sound wave that's probably scanning so that it can match the tones and the ebbs and flows of the voice. That's wow.
And then there's a teddy bear you can get if you got somebody's voice, and then you can have the teddy bear made and put the dead person's voice in it, and then you can squeeze the teddy bear and that person will say something.
Wow.
There was something on Facebook a few years ago where this woman died, and they gave the teddy bear to the dad, and it really was emotional for him.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, that was one of those episodes in Black Mirror too.
Yeah, they doing a lot of stuff to try to get you to, remember.
Yeah, they
remember
put the father in a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Thing in the teddy bear. Yeah, I like Black Mirror, but I didn't like last season except for the one with the virtual reality game. The rest of it,
Oh, with the download people, the download guys.
Yeah, that was the only good episode out that whole season. But the other seasons were really good.
Did you see the one with Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, she was the pop star.
Yeah,
and then,
that was in there.
And then the Bandersnatch, the one that you could like choose your own adventure.
Kept choosing the alternate endings. I thought that I had all of them, but I guess not.
That's not
Yeah, I thought that one was really cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you the best Black Mirror episode was that one where the woman was trying to cover up her crimes because they had the recording in their
I haven't seen that one yet. I heard it was good though.
It was that was to me that's the best one, and she just she spiraled down, and her last thing is she killed the baby.
What about that?
Right, that was like the car accident, right?
Yeah. And then years later, that was the best one.
Accident. What about that one where they kept making that lady relive that day over and over?
Yo, yes, White Bear,
the little girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
that one was intense, and I was like, "Dang!" It's like that's almost worse than death, honestly. You're getting tortured every day.
That's why I said, they must have new writers this last season.
Probably
because
I think they did.
Except for the virtual reality game, the rest of the shows didn't really. It wasn't like all the other shows that they had.
I got you
from the other seasons. It just seemed different. This time, and I was like, they need. I need them to get back on point. I was waiting for months for this.
Right? No, that's real. Well, so one thing that I figured I would do in this lockdown state, which, if I'm honest, nothing is really changing for me because I've worked from home for 3.5 years now, and because we just recently moved to Kansas City, we don't know a whole lot of people, so it's not like my social life is huge right now. So I was like, really, nothing is changing. But I figured I'm going to make myself a little schedule, and I'm going to do like Netflix, like a TV show, right? And just be like, hey, on Mondays is going to be like Love is Blind, Tuesdays is going to be Black Mirror, and that way I'm able to just to catch up on a lot of different things.
You have your own channel lineup, your own TV guide.
Yeah, because just to break some things up, kind of go to a little state of normalcy, have something to look forward to. You know what I mean?
Well, I think for our next broadcast, we should watch that Madam C.J. Walker movie. Lorraine probably already watched.
Oh yeah, I do want to watch that.
Oh, you ain't watched it yet, Lorraine? You probably already watched it.
Not yet. I've been watching gore and gut stuff, and really. That's too serious right now. I'm trying not to,
What the Madam C.J. Walker one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to be in La La Land. I'm not trying to watch no.
It's gonna be bad.
I love that. That's you with La La Land. I'm 5 years old.
I'm gonna be in La La Land. Yeah, because you're gonna see some racist stuff in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And I'm just not ready right now.
All right, well, when Lorraine ready, we're gonna watch the Madam C.J. Walker movie.
Yeah, that's with the Academy Award winning lady, right?
I don't know. Maybe that played in that movie, Ma.
Yeah, I forget her name.
She won an award for that movie?
No, for the Help or something. Did she win something for The Help?
Oh,
probably.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in The Help. She was in Hidden Figures. What is her name? Oh my goodness.
She's a good actress.
Yes, she is. She's been in a lot of stuff. like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she's a good actress. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a good movie.
I can't believe I can't think of her name. I see her face clear as day.
Y'all just got the.
I have hidden figures. I'm about to look in the box.
Look,
this
Kathy
is
and Marcia.
right.
Y'all gonna look that up. I forget her name.
No, right now I'm up here like, let me get
She's the one that made that shit pie.
Octavia Spencer. Octavia Spencer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Google is your friend.
Listen,
She get mad when I think it bothers her when I say I'm a Google stuff. I can't help it. I gotta Google. I know you're telling me, but I want to Google it too.
She don't
Google
trust me, y'all.
mess
She don't
you
trust
up. Google have you out there all jacked up. You be like, I didn't know I could do that. Google said I could.
I
You
look
walking
at
around here with two left eyes. Be like, what happened to my eye?
Stop.
I do look at the source. You know what I mean? Because
Google said I could do it.
She said Google said I could do it.
Google gonna mess you up.
Lorraine, mommy did the same thing. I be telling her stuff, and she be like, "Oh, I'm gonna Google that."
I said, no.
I didn't see that on Google. I'm like,
She said, Google didn't tell me I could do that.
It's gonna have you ready to risk it all. Listen,
You better hope the terrorists don't get a hold of that Google search engine. Everybody gonna be jacked up. They be like, what?
Clear your history. Clear your history. If you go incognito, apparently it stops cookies and it doesn't trace your browser and stuff like that. So if you're using Chrome, I think you can go incognito.
yeah, I went incognito on Chrome, and it's still like if I type in a website, it still finishes it out for me. I was confused.
So I think it'll still. I think it'll still finish it out, but it just won't track it. Like it won't be in your history.
Okay. Yeah, because I tried that because
In your history, it's in theirs. It ain't in yours.
yeah, because one of the
It's in
online.
theirs. You believe that because you're gonna get an ad for whatever you looked at. You be minding your business and the
That's
ad
what
gonna
I'm saying.
pop up. Going,
Listen,
how did you even know I was doing that?
Listen, I don't like it. There's a girl that was wanting me to sign up for Beachbody. It's like $170 a year, but you get workouts, this, that, or whatever. So I looked at the link, and now, of course, like in my Instagram feed and whatever, Beachbody, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh man, like I don't
They
want
all
to
up
see
in your
this.
business. Yeah, they know everything that we do, but it's nothing you can do about it because it's out there. It's out there.
But if you turn something off, will it keep? I thought they supposed to have it where you can turn off the tracking somewhere very deep in the set. I thought.
But it shouldn't be. It should be the opposite. It shouldn't be you turn it off. You should have to turn it on. You should. They shouldn't automatically be allowed to track you. You should have that. They should say, "We want to track you. Is it okay?" And if you don't say yes, then it shouldn't automatically be cut on because a lot of people don't know where to go. They don't give you notifications. They just do it.
Yeah.
What?
And it's kind of like with Netflix, which is what I don't like about it. It will give you their suggestions based on what you've watched before, right? But I'm just going to speak for me. I'm very complex. I like a whole range of things. And so I feel like I'm being boxed in based on what I've watched before. You know what I mean? So to me, I'm just like, you're not giving me all the options that I could have because you think that I'm into this type of genre when in actuality, I might have just been interested in the one or two movies or the one or two shows.
And then they show you everything about that actor or that actress, and you like, I'm not really into it. I just want to see that movie.
You know, one thing I don't like that Netflix does, are you still watching or continue watching? Oh, Lord, that gets on my nerves.
Don't come for me unless I send for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did I cut you off? Yes, I'm still watching. And if you can't find your remote, that's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? You're like, where that damn remote at? Yes, I am watching, damn it.
I think they do that because they be trying to save that stream, that internet.
Yeah, but if I'm not watching it no more, I'll cut it off. continue watching. It's been so many times I've lost my remote. I didn't know where it was. I was like, damn, I can't continue to watch. And they'll do it. They'll just stop it. Are you still watching?
That's why I got my remote on the phone for the backup.
I was like, really? I mean, popcorn and getting ice cream. I don't know what I did with that remote.
Listen, that is a lesson in organization. I'm gonna get you one of those little whistles that you attach to your remote, and if you lose it, you just whistle for it. It'll start beeping.
Yeah, I hate that. That's like, you are not my daddy. It's like telling you cut the TV off.
Yeah,
you're not watching it, cut it off.
Yeah, I got remote. So I got the remote on my computer. I got the remote on my phone. So if I lose the remote, it ain't no big deal.
They gonna know what you're doing. They gonna be like, Kathy cut the TV on at 4:45 p.m. yesterday.
Look,
they gonna know your timeline. You go to court, they be like, no, you wasn't. We know where you was at. We got your phone records, and you cut your phone on from your
that's like what Mustafa said. Was it Mustafa? Yeah, no, it might have been Yaya. One of them. He said, no, I turned my location on because they ain't gonna accuse. I'm a black man. They're not gonna accuse me of no crime. I ain't complete. I ain't commit. I want them to know where I'm at all the time. He's like,
you ain't gonna catch me in these streets.
On. He said, that's what I can show you where I was at. I know y'all know where I was at.
Right.
Y'all never thought about that because I used to always turn it on. And I said, you know what? He got a point.
You just,
right. You gonna know where I'm at.
Right. You ain't gonna catch me not today. You ain't gonna catch me today. Matter of fact, you got an iPhone. I have at least 5 to 10 friends who can say, hey, at this date and time, this is where you were. I got my tracking on.
Yep, he said he keep his tracking on all the time. He said he don't turn it off.
That's a doggone shame.
I'm a black man.
That's a doggone shame. That's a doggone shame that we even have to think about that. Well, that's like I saw a girl. She put like a meme on Instagram or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, right now, like African Americans, and Indians are kind of laughing at like the white population because like now y'all trying to get all the rice and potatoes and stuff like that." And then so like that first sentence, she was like, "Yeah, ha ha ha," and then she was like, "But wait, I just now realized that we have always had to be living in a state of survival." Dang. And I was like, that's real. And we always have. Like I said, like nothing for Harold and I has really changed at all. And
that's
like,
why us killing ourselves over, over stuff that, they kill themselves over. Because we've always had to deal with that. You know what I mean? And like if I lose everything today, I know how to live off of $10.
Thank you.
For dinner.
You make it work all the way.
Yeah, you make it work. So it's like, now they're starting to see how it is. They can't have some of them can't handle it,
Oh yeah. And it's like, welcome to our world. Glad you made it.
Yeah.
Maybe now you appreciate just a little bit more, something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do survival classes.
Yeah.
Yep. Listen, we could. $10 a
right. How can you make a meal with $2? How can you make a meal with $2?
Oh yeah.
Easily. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Buckle up, hold on tight.
As long as you got a pack of Kool-Aid and some sugar, you good. And some ramen.
You ain't wrong.
And some ramen and some tuna fish. You good. I say $5. You can make a meal with $5.
Well, sometimes less than that.
And it'll last.
But that's the one thing I like about the couponing too, because a lot of stuff you get for free. Now I brought $70 worth of stuff and only paid $20. That means I only paid for maybe 2 things.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You got $50 for free.
End up getting free, but it's just gotta take the time out to do it. But at the end of it, And
so do you watch the show on TV on TLC Extreme Couponers?
I did. That's what got me interested in it like 4 or 5 years ago. Because I was like, okay. I didn't know that existed.
Listen.
I'm calling.
Ma'am.
Anyway.
That's a
didn't-
job.
You got that
That's
wrong.
a job.
Look,
That's
I
a
was at
job.
the
I'm too busy. I can't do. That's a job.
Yeah, it is a
It
job.
Yeah, extreme couponing. That's a job.
Yeah, that's a job. But I had to go get my prescription on the day, and this man was behind me coughing.
Ooh.
And he wasn't
Nope.
standing behind the front part of his cart. He was standing on the
Nope.
side of his cart.
No.
I was like, don't people know the unspoken rule? You better not cough. You better not sneeze.
You better not.
You better not
You
blow
better not breathe. Matter of fact.
Yeah, you didn't do none of this.
Hold on.
You better not do none of this.
No,
Oh,
you gotta
oh no.
hold it in or put your do something, you know. Do not do that. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like,
Now look, I will say, I've been doing this for a few years now. But if there is someone around me that coughs and I do not, well, really, if they cough, period. But especially if they don't like cover their mouth or whatever, I stop breathing for at least 10 seconds. I just shut it down. I do, and I've always been like that.
right.
Like, legit.
You
Because
like,
cough like they go a long way. You know
right.
what I mean? I was like, what y'all not gonna do was get me sick because of your lack of hygiene and consideration for other people. Shoot, your room, you're nasty. I can't.
Be like, why is Marcia turning blue? She is holding her breath. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. She know what she's doing.
This is just a little too much.
But yeah, I've been doing that for years, y'all. Years. I got too much stuff to do. Too much stuff to do to get sick because you can't cover your damn mouth.
Hold your breath for 10 minutes.
No, 10 seconds.
10
Right,
seconds,
10
yeah.
seconds.
So,
Okay.
you know, I do vitamins and, you know, try to drink stuff that helps your
same here.
immune system.
Yeah, I do vitamins now that
And then
I
I
got
exercise. Huh?
Yeah. I do vitamins now that I got them all in gummies.
Oh,
And some vitamins up. I don't miss a dose.
So you don't miss the dose.
yeah.
I got apple cider vinegar gummies. I got probiotic gummies. I got multivitamin gummies. I got melatonin gummies.
Oh my God.
So she over there snacking and getting her health right at the same
I know,
time.
right? Come on. Shoot.
Woo, they make gummies. I got energy gummies. I
Are
got
you for real? Oh my gosh.
everything.
Shoot, we need to get some weed gummies. That's what we need to do.
No, but don't. But didn't we go to Vegas?
Yeah.
But they were out of
we was
gummies.
stuck with lozenges.
No,
Yeah,
they ran out those gummies, I think. And then remember,
They
I
did.
was tore up. And I think I told Marcia, I said, Marcia, I'm tore up.
What did you have?
Lozenges.
The lozenges.
She-
Did we get
she had-
lozenges?
No, you
No,
got
No,
the
not the lozenges. I was sucking on them. Remember? 'Cause
yeah.
But what did me and Marcia get?
Playing with me.
We got cookies.
No, I thought they
There
were.
was like a
Okay.
cookie. Mhm.
We got cookies.
I thought they had ran out of the cookies.
I hope they don't think.
No, well, we got one. They might have been close to running out, but I know we got one, maybe two.
Because I know I wanted a chocolate chip cookie and they didn't have it. But them lozenges, man, they was doing the trick. And I was just popping them. By the time we got to that candy restaurant place, I was like, oh my.
I am high. They did the trick because I don't think the cookie did anything for us.
I was out.
The cookie
No,
didn't do
it
anything for
didn't.
us.
Not a lot. I mean, I know we all got some good sleep, but I think Kathy had the best. I think she had the best experience out of the three of us.
I was
But I do remember being in Costa Rica, and a friend of mine that I went with, actually my maid of honor, she ended up getting somehow getting some chocolate, and we like split a square. Listen, I don't know how we made it back to our room, but I felt amazing.
Didn't you?
Yeah, that stuff is dangerous. That stuff is dangerous. That stuff is. I'll never forget them lozenges. I was like, oh my goodness, because they didn't seem like they were doing anything. So I just kept.
Yep. Yep. That crept up on you, boy.
But I know y'all was probably saying, why she ain't talking?
Because I'm high. Because I'm high. That's why.
Right. Because I got hot.
high.
Because I got hot. Because I got high. Da, 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 da.
Me, see your face. You just is quiet.
I know.
I think you went back to the room to sleep. Then you was me. You Marcia went to a club, right?
Yep.
I was
We
going
sure
to
did.
make it. I was
Jeff was like, look, I am done. Y'all enjoy your evening. I'll catch y'all in the morning.
Vegas was fun. But yo,
That was my first sunburn in Vegas.
oh, you got a sunburn?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'm
I got a muscle cramp in Vegas, too, for the first time. That stuff hurts.
Mm.
I ain't getting no sunburn. I didn't even know black people could burn.
So neither did I. Like legit. That was literally my first time. And I was like it wasn't like painful, but my skin just felt like a little irritated. Yeah. And that's where it happened. That's where it happened. I was like 3 different tones for like 7 months.
Wow, did it hurt?
Wow.
No. It like my skin just felt like a little irritated, like I had like a small bug bite or something. But it never hurt. And then I started peeling, and I was like, "What the hell?" So I was texting all my white friends. I was like, "Yo, what do y'all do?" Because I was like, "This is crazy. Like this is crazy."
You had the whole Caucasian experience.
I did. I
I never
like
had sunburn.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't think black people could get burned, but I guess
I just get darker.
right.
Yeah,
But I like it because it makes it look like I have makeup on.
Oh yeah,
that's true. We do have a pretty
I like
tone.
it. Makes it look like I got makeup. Yeah. Like evens it out. Evens out your skin.
yeah. Well, I like real dark skin. It looks so milky, chocolatey. You know.
Yes,
Real
that's
dark skin.
beautiful. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Okay, well, we've been on an hour, so this was great. I'm gonna end the,
Well, this was nice.
yeah, I'm gonna end the broadcast so we can talk offline.
Okay.
Don't hang up. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Do we leave?
No, don't leave.
Damn it. Look, boys.